Something that hasn't had much coverage yet with Battlefront is the trait system. It's easy to mistake them for being part of the star card customization loadout system, but it is totally separate. But in this video, we're going to look at what each of the 5 traits actually does for you as a player in the game, and likely which is best overall. To give you a quick overview, as all of the traits follow a similar path, whichever you choose to equip follows a 3-tier system, where kills push the tiers up. If you die, the trait reduces back to the rank below the one you are working towards. The lower tier gives you a small perk, the middle tier is more powerful, and the top tier is even more powerful than that, and contains a second perk on top of the original one. And so, first up, not all traits have been created equal, or at least that's what it seems like when you first look at them in the game. The first 3 traits, Scout, Bodyguard and Survivalist, are available for you to purchase after you surpass rank 15 in the game and cost a total of 7,000 credits each. The remaining 2, Sharpshooter, which was the trait available in the beta, and Bounty Hunter, aren't available until rank 26, but also cost 7,000 credits to unlock. Let's start with Bodyguard. The description of the trait reads: rigorous training and a brief career in the Outer Rim has made you a lethal warrior capable of handling extreme situations. As the name might suggest, this perk makes you a little bit tougher overall and allows you to withstand firepower from the enemy a little better than some others. The ranks are as follows. Level 1. Decreases explosive damage dealt on you by a small amount. Level 2. Decreases explosive damage dealt on you by a medium amount. And Level 3. Damage on you by a large amount and blaster damage by a small amount. So as you can see, the further you rank up the trait, the more damage you'll be able to take from any explosive weaponry like grenades, which is probably the most common example of what you'll be taking damage from. And if you manage to reach the highest level, normal blaster damage from enemies won't be as powerful against you. I'd say this perk would be great in many types of combat situations, but it seems to be most suited to close range combat due to the aforementioned protection against grenade explosions. Next, we have Survivalist. The trait here reads: as an orphan, you are raised by the Wookiee Survivalist on Kashyyyk, where you learn to revel in combat and quickly get back into the fight even after the most serious of injuries. This trait is built to help you stay in the fight longer and can almost be seen as a direct reflection of the Bodyguard trait. The ranks for Survivalist are as follows. Level 1. Health regen starts a bit faster. Level 2, health regen starts faster than level 1 did, and level 3, health regen starts much faster and replenishes a small amount of your health with every kill. As I mentioned, this trait here is almost the same as Bodyguard, but rather than protecting you against damage, it helps you heal up faster after you've taken the damage. This again is a very effective trait for those in close quarters combat, as you'll be able to heal up faster than your opponents and maybe give you the edge to peek round the corner first and get that kill. Third in the list, and probably the most interesting, is Scout. The trait card reads: during a brief stint in an elite recon unit, you learned how to use stealth tactics and eliminate the enemy. Now the reason I think this is the most interesting is because at level 2 you get a second perk, not level 3. Here are the ranks. Level 1, sprinting does not show on the enemy scanner, that's the minimap. Level 2, and the important one here, sprinting does not show on the enemy scanner, and neither does firing your primary weapon. And level 3, the above 2 levels and killing an enemy resets the weapon heat. Told you this one was interesting. So not only are you removed from the minimap when you sprint, and not only are you removed from the minimap when you're firing your blaster, which is what you do most often in this game, but make it to level 3 and with each kill, the heat on your weapon resets. This of the 3 lower tier cards is my vote. I've already unlocked it and I'm using it in game, and if you can reach level 3, it's absolutely amazing for going on streaks, as you can essentially ignore the heat of your weapon and you don't even need to worry about coming up on the minimap. Now, moving on to those higher level traits, Sharpshooter and Bounty Hunter. Don't forget, both of these cannot be accessed until you reach rank 26 in game, but both cost the same as the lower 3, 7,000 credits. And let's begin with Sharpshooter. As I mentioned earlier, this trait was one that could be accessed in the beta and is specifically built with snipers in mind. The trait card reads as follows. Trained as a sharpshooter by a small team of rogue elite snipers, you enjoy operating alone and harassing the enemy team from afar. A true sniper trait, this one. Here's the ranks. Level 1, headshot kills reduce cooldowns by a small amount. Level 2, headshot kills reduce cooldowns by a medium amount. And level 3 reduces cooldowns by a large amount. And this refers to your star cards. Now, in the beta, these amounts were classified in percentages, and they came to 25, 50, and 75% for each of the levels. Now, it's not clear if these values are the same now that the game has been released, but maybe the language has been changed to disguise exactly what kind of power each trait has, so people don't all go for the same ones. This is a great trait to use if you're accurate enough to be getting consistent headshots, but if your aim is a little bit shaky, it's probably best to steer clear. And finally, we have Bounty Hunter, and besides the Scout trait, this is probably the most interesting of the higher level options. The card reads as follows. The Galactic Civil War creates many veterans looking for opportunities. Fighting for the highest bidder, they see each battle as a chance to gain new riches. A little confusing as a description, but the ranks explain it all. Level 1, a low chance of getting a power-up with each kill. Level 2, a medium chance of getting a power-up with each kill. And level 3, a high chance of a power-up with each kill and completely resets the cooldown with each kill. Bounty Hunter is all about using power-ups to continue the streak and reach the highest level. If you succeed, you'll likely be able to stay alive for a long time with all the extra weapons you'll be getting each time you land a kill. So those are the 5 traits, and as I mentioned, I think it's a toss-up between the Scout and the Bounty Hunter options as to which is the best. Overall for me though, it is the Scout, and it's probably the one I'll use most as it gives me the ability, in various stages, to remove myself from the most valuable tool that the enemy have in the game, the minimap. If I'm not on there when firing my blaster, the only thing that gives me away is the red pulses of light coming from where I'm shooting. And if you make it to the top level, every time you kill someone, your blaster resets its heat, meaning you'll have more of a chance to go on killing sprees and staying undetected. I hope this video was informative for you and gave you an insight into the trait system. It's not all that obvious in the menu and it could go unnoticed, but it's well worth looking into them and seeing which one you'll be using and which one you think will work best for you. But don't go buying them all at random though, they are worth 7,000 credits apiece, which is rather a lot of credits even at rank 15 when they become available. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments down below and let me know what you think of the trait system in Battlefront. Perhaps let me know if you even knew it existed. And whilst you're down there, drop me a thumbs up as well. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.